Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
But first down, Hurts. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now here's the option play going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one. As he The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game?
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jameis to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Ready? Let's go.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And some space here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Get it! Cowboy 80!
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston finding Taysom Hill complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second down, back to Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Winston, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This is what brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big...
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Another run here with Sanders. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run. It's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Let's go now.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll go again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Three.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down, back to Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon. I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 130 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Second down, back to Sanders. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 24.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Sanders. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
1st down, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To the air again with Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 26 yards. And the Saints are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19. Jack Panther.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. 156 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Check.
Another run with Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. An option handoff given to Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks,
and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last shot now for Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me.
Let's go. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first of all time. I said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The wrong falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. remember me. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for